Obsidian C from Keep Of Kalessin, and we just released a new album called Colossus.
Very cool, and that was in June, right?
Yeah.
And right after that, you got toured here in the States with some How has the response been with the new album?
We actually toured with them in May, which was right before the release of the album, so it's really cool to be back here now with the album actually out in the stores. And the response is very good. Both in Europe and the US we have gotten very good reviews and stuff like that, and it seems like people are getting more and more into the band. So.
Very cool. We got to catch you here with the New England Metal Fest.
Yeah.
And I love judging the band first live before I get the album, and it seemed like you really captured your live set, because the live set was awesome, it blew me away, and then the album sounded like very close to what you hear live. How did you get, like, it has a very organic and really neat sound to the album, where a lot of bands, it seems like they overproduce it and give it so polished. How did you guys achieve that?
Oh, actually we thought about that before we started producing the album, and we wanted to build our own studio instead, to have that time to really rehearse and get proper takes instead of using modern editing techniques on drums and stuff. So what we did was that we just stayed a long time, like 4 months in the studio, which normally is a lot longer than your normal metal band. So, but we used this time to do pre-productions and like get the pre-productions better and better all the time, and we had discussions even in the studio if we should actually go in and edit some kind of stuff, but we decided why not just leave it like it is played. That's the thing, and it sounds very organic because of that, and you can actually hear that it's people playing instead of a drum machine or something. So I like that kind of atmosphere to an album.
Yes, it was really cool. Did you find it easier having your own studio then?
Excuse me?
Did you find it easier having your own studio?
Definitely. I mean, we use the same amount in our own studio for 4 months, which would probably give us 2 weeks or maybe a month in a different studio. So it's definitely beneficial for us to have our own studio, so we can have a lot more time to develop that in the studio. And we never start doing the vocals until all the instruments are recorded. Then we start writing the lyrics and arranging the vocals, so nothing of that is planned when you start recording. So it's definitely a good thing to have more time in the studio.
Very cool. And how do you get your inspiration for your lyrics?
It's been just everything from computer games to big epic war movies or fantasy movies, science fiction, all that stuff. It's basically things that interest us, but we try to keep it very much fantasy and sci-fi related, or like a fictional state.
Now, did like your last album you had, did they kind of like, was it kind of like a continuation? Would you say, or?
Yeah, it was. It wasn't intentional before we entered the studio, but when we started writing the lyrics, we thought, hey, why don't we just bring the story as a continuance of our previous album? And basically, it is that the victorious ones from the Armada War is taking the war to the next level, going against the gods to bring down the gods and become gods themselves, and something like that.
Very cool. This is a very different type of tour that you're doing in the U.S. from your last one when you were here. How has it been going so far? I know it's only about not even quite a week yet.
I think it's 5-6 shows now, and I think the tour is going very well. The whole touring party is very much down to earth, working together as is necessary on a tour like this. Sometimes you don't have big stages to play on, and you need to just work together to get everything running smoothly. And I think that is really cool on this tour, because everyone is so focused on making things run as smoothly as possible. But I mean, we have had great crowds on this tour as well, and it's been think it's been going really good, actually.
Very cool. I'm definitely looking forward to tonight. See you guys.
Thanks.
Now this tour runs through to the end of October. Then what's up for you guys?
We get back home, we do 2 festivals, one in Denmark and one in Norway, and then we head straight back out on the Metal Fest tour with Morbid Angel and Keep Of Kalessin again, and Marduk and Artis. So that's going to be a big tour in Europe, and the last show on that one is 21st of December, so then we just go back for Christmas and I guess start working on a new album.
Nice. Well, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
The tour and the new album. You guys start doing that.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.